We're almost there.
Just think when we all help
Yeah,
out with the
that's the
communication.
way he mops floors.
It's all steps toward that.
This is the primer. What do you got that mop room for? You don't need that out here. Oh.
Yeah.
Cobwebs down here.
No.
Future man will think that was an animal. Half animal, half machine.
Where's Dr. Paul? That doesn't seem like. Okay, so we can just scratch it. We don't have time to change it.
Just hold it. You don't need
Tape
a
it.
boom. You need a boom.
Okay. But how's he gonna hold it and not be in the shots? Can you position him?
Who, Carrie?
How close you want?
Carrie, your boom guy?
I'm the boom guy.
Boom, check it out.
All baby boomers are boom guys.
Where's the?
He's gonna need that camera.
How far away do you want me to be?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
The date is December. Are you ready? The date is December 21st, 2012. Winter equinox. The end of the Mayan calendar. The end of the 13th octoon of the Mayan calendar. This is one of the sacred geometric in front of you right here. This is the dodecahedron made out of copper pipe that goes down into the ground and raises up into the sky. It was planted about the year 2007, at which time it was energized. We have been, it was activated, and we activated eight other ones for a total of 9 sacred geometric forms on the campus over a period of several years. Octahedrons, tetrahedrons, dodecahedron, and icosahedron, platonic solids, known as platonic solids. These are planted. This one and the other 8 are planted. 8 sacred geometric forms are planted at the intersections of ley lines across our 1,500-acre campus at the College of Metaphysics. Throughout this year of 2012, in preparation for this day and this end of time, if you will, we have been re-energizing them with attention, prana life force, group effort. Crystals that you see here are were in each one also, different crystals, and also by a Kuan Yin blessing. This is a dodecahedron, means it has 12 sides. Dodeca means 12, and the 12 sides are pentagons. Penta means 5, so there's 12 5-sided figures. It has 12 sides, each of them has 5 edges. The tetrahedron that we planted at the other side has 4 sides made of triangles. The hexahedron or cube has 6 sides made of squares. The octahedron has 8 sides made of triangles. The icosahedron has 20 sides made of triangles. With the dodecahedron, we see a whole new form, and that is the pentagon. Although it has less sides than the icosahedron, it's an evolution to a different form, and that is pentagon. I liken sometimes the pentagon to a cube that has then a point on the top, like when you draw a house, a one-dimensional house on a piece of paper, and it's a square, and then you draw a little roof on it, and that's kind of what the pentagon is like. So it shows that the energy is grounded in the physical, being flat at the base of each pentagon, and then it shows it's pointing to heaven too, or receiving from heaven. So that's the quality, part of the quality of this energy with the dodecahedron. Since it has 12 sides, it resonates with the power of the 12 disciples of Jesus, the 12 tribes of Israel, 12 inches to a foot, and throughout the ancient world, pretty much wherever else you found 12. Often in the other lives of the other holy teachers throughout history, the story is told that they had 12 disciples, or 12 gods in some of the mythology. There were 12 major gods. So 12 is a very powerful number, and it indicates that one who has gone through all the steps of learning, 1 through 9, and then instead of going back to 1 and repeating it all over again, they go to 10, which indicates 1 with understanding, with power that comes from understanding, and then 11, which indicates mastery of the aggressive principle of creation, yang in Chinese studies, and 12 indicates mastery of the aggressive and receptive principles, receptive being yin in China, called yin, Y-I-N, and then 13 indicates the mastery of all consciousness and the full enlightenment. So this is the final straight line structure that matter takes, or form takes, before it evolves fully into mind again, which is the sphere. And we have the sphere, or half the sphere, right behind us right there in the peace dome, half the sphere above ground. So we even have that form on campus too. So the energy goes down at the ground and then points up to the sky. I call this earth sky, I've named this earth sky energy, or earth sky science. And it's planted at the intersections of 2 ley lines. A ley line that comes kind of this way, and a ley line that goes this way. Not quite north and south, but kind of that way. And it connects with, this ley line connects with another series of ley lines of an octahedron that we planted and re-energized this fall that's north of here, north and a little bit east. It also connects with this octahedron just west of the peace dome down there, along that same ley line. Wherever that ley line went, and then there was another ley line that crossed it, that's where we planted. I believe this ley line that's also the intersecting ley line that comes from here, the east to west of Peace Dome, then intersects with the ley line that comes over from the outdoor chapel and comes across and connects with this. And then this ley line goes across the valley and up the hill and connects with those sacred geometric forms we planted on the middle of the campus over there. So there's another intersection. So the ley lines are the energy meridians of Mother Earth. Mother Earth, being a living being, has energy meridians, electrical energy meridians, just like our body has electrical energy meridians. But the people that came up with the word ley were from England or Celtic, and a long time ago, so it was a different language than the term that we get from China. So, but they mean the same, basically the same thing, just different languages. L-E-Y is the spelling on ley line, ley. So these were constructed out of copper, because copper is a conductor of electricity and energy. And so we're here to, because the energies of the Mother Earth and the solar system, planet Earth, have been rising and increasing and elevating for the past many years, and quickening since this was planted about 7 years ago. We have been re-energizing each of the sacred geometric forms this year to come more in alignment with the earth energy as it is manifesting and completing its final stages today, as Earth moves to a higher level of vibration. So some of you may be already feeling the energy of it, and if you notice the difference when you came this way from walking through the woods and over this way, you might have noticed that the energy is different or higher, or you can feel an energy field as you walk through and came into this area. Tad Messenger came out here and put the gravel down, and then the white sand, and then the different crystals down to add to that energy and to give it their own unique energy and harmonize with the energy that's already here. And the white sand is to hold that energy here. It's much like silicone, which sand is silicon. It's silicon, they call it Silicon Valley in California because computer chips are made out of silicon sand. So the sand will hold that energy, or hold that consciousness, or hold that vibration even after the stones are taken out. So Tad, if you would talk, Tad Messenger, if you would talk to us a little bit about what this, the meaning of what the crystals are and their meaning.
As Dr. Daniel was talking about the sky and the earth, the three major minerals in this crystalline constellation are called the earth triune, and that's hematite, which is the most grounding stone imaginable. It basically grounds everything, brings it down to practicality, which is what the classes do. They bring metaphysics into application into your life. And those two stones, the biggest two that are north and south, are the pieces of hematite, which is from the Banded Iron Formation in Wyoming. It's 3.5 billion years old. It's when the oceans began to be oxygenated and life started on the planet. Then there's pyrite, which is commonly referred to as fool's gold. And the pyrite, the big piece of pyrite, is from Canada. And if you look closely, a lot of the crystals are dodecahedrons, which is why I was looking all over for that particular piece. That's the aggressive, the aggressive energy of the three earth triangles. And the other one is cuprite, which is an ore of copper. And there's several of them. There's some that have a bluish tinge, and that's criscola, which commonly is with cuprite. And also at the very top, you probably can't see it too well, but there's a little cuprite crystal, which is very rare from Russia. And the cuprite is the feminine quality of the three triune earth. And the whole grid of the crystals, the idea behind it is that the plan of creation is manifest. So it's a manifestation of the plan of creation. That's it.
And Dr. Barbara Connery, Lynn Connery, would you come over and do the poignant lesson?
Since October 28th last year, 2011, to now, today, the experience of this time period, and you'll want to reflect back upon what's happened in your life in the last 13 months. The experience, as I received it, was kind of like being in free fall. I understand the space that it created from work with consciousness that I learned at the School of Metaphysics and have practiced for years now. And it's that space between thought and manifestation. It's the space between male and female. It's the space between all pairs of opposites that has existed for all of us because we are on this planet right now, just by virtue of the fact that we're here. And the alignment is a centering of you. That's how it comes all the way back into you, and that you are the center of the universe. And so what's happened right now in this particular day is the center point of a actually years period of light reflecting, light being, light transcending, light expressing itself, light transforming. And in that period of time, it was actually in October last year, I set my mind to some holy work that is whole and complete. And it ended up being the interpretation of the 100 verses of Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, the verses have been used for over a millennia now. They started to be written in the 4th, 5th, 6th centuries in China. And they were to honor the goddess of love and compassion. The goddess of love and compassion actually is the feminine form of Avalokiteshvara, which is a Buddhist concept of compassion and mercy, which is aggressive, it's initiatory, it moves. And when Buddhism came into China, what took hold was Kuan Yin in a way that she began to rise. And it's quite interesting to me, and I wrote about this in the book, the juxtapositioning of what people are creating, what the government actually more has created, have created as government in China, and actually the heart and soul of the people, which is mirrored in here, in our own country. And what I began to see was the principle that in the West we would honor as Mother Mary. She's the same symbol as Sophia, as Isis out of Egypt. All of these feminine figures of power, if you will, the goddesses of the world, wherever they have been or come together, and they're in one energy that's in you and I, that operates when we are living a holy life, a life that is whole and complete. And so Kuan Yin calls upon, whether you're male or female makes no difference, it calls upon that ability for you to draw, to receive inside of you. And this is a perfect day to open yourself completely and receive. And there will come a time in this day that you will want to close, that you will want to initiate, you'll want to be aggressive and to claim what you have received. And you'll begin to see that movement. I woke this morning with a wonderful dream that kind of brings together many dreams I've had during this year, that I call them my heaven dreams because they're about heaven. And they're actually about these forms in one way or another in a heaven scene and an evolution there. And this morning, the Terrasact, which is another figure that is like a Mobius strip in right angles that keeps moving, that actually forms the center, which in my mind echoed the centering of the self that this day is representing for everyone, if they will merely allow it to occur. So today, as you come up, there'll come a time when Daniel will invite you to come up and to touch the form and to receive its energy. So as you do that, then put your mind in the mind of Kuan Yin, the receptive mind, and allow that energy to pour within you. And then reach for Avalokiteshvara, the aggressive part, to close it in so that it becomes yours. And then give it as you see fit throughout the day and throughout the rest of your life. When you come up, Damien.
Right.
Right. Want to come up? Damien will have the Kuan Yin sticks. You want to open them up and kind of show them. These are sticks that are used in temples throughout China and actually throughout the world now. There are 100 of them. They have a number on them. And they have a word. And you'll want to choose one of those as you come up before you would touch the form. And Dr. Sheila Benjamin, she's going to receive your name and also the number. And this becomes the way that we conduct the blessing, because it's first an individual blessing, which is yours personally. So you'll want to check later in the day with the verses and what the verses say, and see what your particular blessing is for this time and this place and yourself, your whole self. And then Sheila, taking note of each of our numbers, will then tally all of them together, add them all together, the group together, and then divide them back out according to how many were here, present. And as that's done, we'll end up coming up with one number. That number then denotes the blessing for this endeavor today. that we've done as a group collectively. That didn't come from any one of us. It came because all of us were here, and all of us were part of it. So that becomes the point.
So if you just want to go over there right now and just start letting people get one, that'll be fine. You could just start getting their numbers. And they can be doing that while I'm energizing the form, so they already have their number. That'll be fine. So, while Damien's doing that, I wanted to say that I had a realization this year as we were going on, and the whole time I was growing up, I grew up on a farm. We had big woods just real close to our farmhouse, just down the hill, and I spent a lot of times in the woods, but I'd noticed that when I was in the woods I could feel energy, and there'd be quarter-mile road trees of hedge trees my great-great-grandfather planted. They were really 100-year-old trees, so they're very large, and they created mile rows. They used to use them for fence, and they would form, the bottom branches would come down and almost touch the ground, so they'd form a tunnel that nothing grew under, and I could run under that tunnel and just run forever and feel energy and not ever get tired as a young child. And yet if I'd go out on a road or a dirt lane, I would feel tired very quickly. And then I would go into the woods and I would sit with my back next to a giant oak tree, again over 100 years old, and I could feel that energy going up and down my spine. And so I've always been connected a lot with trees. The realization I had this year is that because trees not only grow up in the sky, but they grow down into the earth, and the roots go down into the earth very deep, that trees are connected with the earth. So what I was receiving was not only life force prana from the trees, but also earth energy. And so, all the goddesses of mythology and throughout history have all been related to earth energy. So we receive the energy from on high and from all around us. So the earth is a living being. So in a way, I've always been connected with that earth energy, or goddess energy, or Holy Mother energy. And I read about Ramakrishna, and he had the Holy Mother, the divine essence of the divine feminine in him that spoke through him and gave him directions. I thought about that, and I received that into my being. So as Earth rises today and into tomorrow, and has been for many years now, and completes that process, the earth energy, which resonates with the feminine or the yin, becomes more predominant because the energy is raising to a higher vibration, raising to the goddess energy. I thought also about, in the last 2,000 years, in all the patriarchal religions and studies, there's Jesus, and in other religions too, there's Zarathustra, and there's Buddha, and there's Lao Tzu and Confucius, and they're all men, and there isn't always a lot of the divine feminine there, although it is in Mother Mary. And then I realized that's because of the goddess isn't in those religions per se. And in the other ones, the Hindus and the polytheistic religions, there's the goddess there. So that's something to aspire to. It's very important in the feminine energy. And a balance of then the yin and the yang. So you need to balance of both. So this is this sacred geometric form has been activated and been doing its function for 7 years now, and for all these years as Earth and the energy coming from Father Sun, by the way, Sol, coming into the planet, receiving Earth and energy from the Sun, and has been doing its work, functioning to balance out the energies of the planet and raise them and enhance them and bring them to full fruition. So now through this process, we are re-energizing it, although it already has energy, to uplift, to upgrade the energy to match that of the planet and the energy coming into the planet from the sun, through the center of the galaxy, from the center of the galaxy, as the Mayans called Hunapku, through the sun and into the Earth, which then gives the coded information on that energy for the Earth to move, Mother Earth to move to her next higher state of evolution. Here we go. So if you want to follow along, then the first thing to do is still your mind. No thoughts, and you're in the present moment. So as much as your mind power, as much as your consciousness can be involved as possible. My mind is still now, so I'm already feeling not only throbbing, but energy coming into me from the form through my third eye, and connecting my third eye with the form. And now it's moving down throat and now into the heart area. And the heart area was almost synchronistic with the brow, but I'm describing how the strength of it's working. And so now it's like it's coming in here through the brow, through my throat, heart energy, and then back into it, forming a cycle, continuous cycle. I used to use a lot of my hands because I'd had some Tai Chi and some martial arts, and so I could project, give and receive energy through my hands, like in hands-on healing, and I still do that some. But now I've opened up the 7 chakras in 2000 and the 8th, 9th, 10th chakras in 2006. The energy actually connects directly with those chakras and through those chakras now. Oh, excuse me, one quick thing. Barbara, would you stand over there? North. And, Christine, here on the east.
Ron. Arwen.
Christine Madar, would you stand here on the south? And Ivy, would you stand on the west? You get a little closer if you want to. And then Hezekiah, would you stand kind of directly across from me? Thank you. And if you would, before you, as I'm energizing this, if you would just receive the earth energy into your being and send it into the sky or connect however it seems that you need to or should at this time. Thank you. song right now. We could do that. Maybe we don't need to. I'd like to thank everyone who has helped make this possible. Both in the purchasing of land, digging the hole, making the farm, energizing it, supporting it in all aspects. This energy here connects now with all the other 9 forms in the Dodecahedron and together. They go to the center of the earth and up high into the sky and form a powerful vortex of energy that will only continue to generate and get more and more powerful as the days, weeks, months, years go by. Causing this campus to be, which it already is, but even more sacred, a sacred site around the world that people will come to and know as such. Past and antiquity, this is just the way that sacred sites were created. Although that knowledge was lost for millennia, it's now been recovered. The ancients built their temples at the intersection of the ley lines. And they're still used as sacred sites to this day, such as the Vatican, such as Jerusalem, such as Delhi, Sacsayhuaman in Peru and Bolivia, such as Cusco in Peru, so on and so forth. And so now you can come forward and touch it. Several times in this place. There's a bar here, the bar there, bar there. In case you touch it with one finger for just a second, then if you want to hold on to it lightly with your hand, you can. Just receive the energy. Go ahead, come on up. Thank you. Thank all of you for holding the space. Notice what comes into you. Dr. Barb was talking about receiving and giving, addressing the subject, and addressing who first, what's coming into you from customers, so the receptacle. Then you also may notice that your energy goes into the sun and into the earth and into the sky. In fact, it flows through the dust.
Yeah.
These cables. I didn't really get to spend time, like, giving you any prep or anything.
That's okay.
whole yet.
I'm flexible.
But just you did good for not having any instruction. In the future, you would have the pole. We just have to work something out with that clips. Because this thing's heavier. When you're holding the boom, you want to be as still as you can. And I know when you have the pole, you could brace yourself easier.
Yeah.
But like any movement, especially when you're wearing a jacket, you
Sure.
get picked up. So in the future, what I would do is I would have you wearing a pair of headphones so you can hear yourself.
Oh, yeah, I just watched Terrence do that. I saw it make a difference. Okay.
So you did good. So next time, I would like to keep working with you.
Okay.
If
Sure.
you're into it.
I like it. One.
Cool. And then eventually have you train on this guy.
You want to keep this going for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone experiences this warmth when you're ready. Go to the back of the dome, downstairs in the dome. And we will all lay a tile with a thought of peace. That's related tile. We have thousands of thoughts of peace in that mandala, that symbol on the floor of peace dots. That'll be wonderful. Glad you all came today. Your energy was really helped a lot in the practice.